Here we are. What's in the bag? You may have seen people walking around in the parks who have a backpack with them. They probably aren't just backpacking through the theme parks. They could be. But they have nowhere to stay within the theme parks themselves, so probably not. People usually have a hotel on or off, or they live locally, or they drive an hour and a half and an hour and a half back. But I carry one. You may have noticed in some of our videos. And so I thought I'd share with you what we keep in our park bag. Let's start with water bottle, because we live in Florida. Florida gets very hot. Even in the winter, we still have temperatures in 80, 85 degrees for the high. So yeah, you can certainly still get dehydrated, especially when you're doing all of the walking that you're going to do, whether that be in Disney, Universal, whatever park. It is important for us to try to bring at least one water bottle with us. You never know when you're going to be able to get to a water fountain. Water itself can be expensive to purchase by the bottle. So we just find that to be a little bit easier to allow us to spend more money on other things that we would prefer to have and to keep, rather than water that we're going to drink in about 15 minutes. So we try to bring a water bottle with us. You can do that, I think, in either Universal or Disney parks, so long as it is plastic or metal, but not glass, because glass can break, and so that would therefore be sharp and an issue for safety. So the glass water bottles you will not be able to bring in, but you can bring in any of those plastic or metal ones. You can find them within the park too to purchase. So let's get into what we have within the bag as well. We have our hand sanitizer, which is really convenient when it's sold on a keychain like this. If the sanitizer runs out, you can always just replace the bottle, and then you still have the cute little holder. So that is very convenient when you just need to wash your hands real quick, but you don't want to deal with trying to get to a bathroom, because the bathrooms can get crowded, especially on the weekends and the holidays and other busy sorts of times. We keep... Fine, just fall over. Terrible co-hosts. A charger to recharge. They do have, you'll notice in the... I'll just throw that anywhere. You'll notice within the parks, I think I've seen it in Disney, I know I've seen it for sure in Universal, they do have the little rechargeable batteries that you can take back there, and then pick up the new fresh ones. I forget what they're called. I've never used them because we purchased these battery banks. They do have those available. If you purchase one of these one time, it's more of a cost than that will be, but they do certainly help to recharge our phones when we need to. When you're in the parks, you have many instances in which you are going to have to use your phone. You have your park maps available on your phone, because they are moving away from the paper options in making those pamphlets and whatnot. So that's one use of it. You also have different apps that you might be using it on, taking pictures with your phone, using the specific park apps, the Universal app, the Disney app, to see what the attraction times are, what your wait times are, trying to set mobile ordering or reservations, anything of that sort, you're going to use your phone a lot in the parks. It's just part of the modern age, and it's just part of our lives now. Less so when I used to go as a kid, but at this point, that is something that is going to happen and something that you will need of some sort. We keep a pen with us as well. This one was mini, and the bow rubbed off from being within the bag itself. So I think next time we'll definitely get something that is a little less delicate. They do have multiple pen options within the parks that you can always purchase as well. We like to have something kind of themed to what we're going to do and where we're going to go. So we are going to need to get some more pens here. And we keep with us, these are straws, metal straws, reusable straws, so that you can reuse them, clean them. Comes with a little cleaner within it, and so we bring those to the parks with us. What that does is provides us with the ability to use a straw when it's not always easy to find one, or many instances, besides being a bit more environmentally friendly, because plastic straws are an issue, so the parks really aren't going to be using a lot of plastic straws moving forward. If that's something that you're used to, if that's something that you're used to when you go pick up something from McDonald's or wherever, it is something that the parks at least are moving away from. So you do have some issues finding straws sometimes, or trying to do something where, let's say you have a milkshake, paper straws, sugar straws don't work well for that. So the metal straws actually come in very handy for those needs as you come across them. So we like to have them with us. Packet of hot sauce. We had a packet of salt in here the last time we were at the parks, and it rained a ton. So those obviously got ruined. But you can also carry salt or whatever seasonings, because yeah, we have a little hot sauce in here. Sometimes you run into some bland food and you just want to jazz it up a little bit, especially when you're getting some stuff from a lot of the quick service places. It can be an issue that it's not the greatest food. A little seasoning can go a long way. So what you can do though, if you get yourself a little Tic Tac bottle, let me go get you an example. Alright, so you can always bring something of this sort with you. This was a Tic Tac container, and finished off the Tic Tacs, took off the stuff. You can put salt, you can put cayenne pepper, whatever you want to put in there. You could actually carry that. It is plastic, so that's not going to be a problem bringing that into the park. There are a lot of food items that you can bring into the park, as long as it's not going to be something that, one, like we discussed, is not in a glass container, or something that needs to be reheated, because nobody can do that for you. And there's some other rules. We'll stick them up over here on the side, over these stockings. But pause if you need to. There are things that you can do, and there's things that you can bring. So we try to be very prepared when we go to the parks, just because you can run into a lot of different situations, and having something of that sort can be great. Just as this, which we'll also stick a little info up over here for you. These are the Freestyle Cups. Disney does not have them as of yet. They've been out for a hot minute, and Disney still hasn't done one for their own. So I'm going to guess that they are not going to. But you can get them and use them at Universal, Islands of Adventure, Epic Universe, and I think at Volcano Bay. What you can do, they'll have different ones that you can get. And the first time you purchase it, it's a one-time purchase. And then they'll activate it for you at that time, and then you just get refills on anything out of the Freestyle machines all day long. Those have different kinds of sodas, zero sugar sodas, diet sodas, different flavor additives like a Powerade, lemonade, tea, water. There's lots of different things that you can get out of them, and lots of different combinations that you can make for yourself. You can use those all day refills. Great deal. It seems a little hefty on the purchase on the first, but if you figure that as you go throughout the day, you're going to buy at least, what, 2 water bottles? At least. That's just assuming you don't want anything with some flavor or caffeine in it. Then this is going to end up paying for itself. The more you use it throughout the day, and then each time that you can bring it back, you don't have to purchase a new one each time. You can bring it back and they'll activate a refill for you, which is a one-time purchase at the beginning of the day when you go in. There's a couple of different service places that you can find on the Universal website and app that will tell you where those are located. And you'll usually see that they have the cups available for sale in those places too. You activate it at the beginning of the day. I think it used to be like $10. Inflation in the world we live in right now. Could be a little bit more. We'll stick that up over here too. That pays for itself every time. Every time that we go to the Universal parks, which hopefully we'll get some passes again this year, and we'll be able to get you some footage and some tips and stuff out of those parks as well, not just the Disney parks that we've been doing so far here. Those are a great deal. Highly recommend. What's next? Oh yes, these can be very helpful. We used to keep these in the bag, not anymore. These are the little neck fans you'll see people wearing sometimes. It can get incredibly hot in Florida. The first time we used them, they did wonders. It was great. But you only get so many hours out of it too. So battery banks can be helpful for that as well. Because then you can use that to help recharge these things. But in some of the more extreme weather, as you get into above 90 temperatures and you're above 100 heat indexes, I just don't find that they're doing a great job anymore. So we stopped bringing those. And what we did try instead, which actually does work quite well, is we got some of the cooling towels. And so these actually do work. They'll have instructions when you purchase them. You can get them in any of those parks. You get it wet, just like run it under a water fountain, in a sink or whatever. I think you're supposed to wring it out on extremely hot days. I don't even bother because whatever water gets into my clothes is going to evaporate. It's that hot. But you then just give it a little pop to activate it, and then you put it around your neck. Even without water, I can already feel that cooling effect going on there. And they do a great job. You are going to have to keep reapplying the water. They don't keep you cool forever, obviously. That would be great if they did, but they don't. But you can keep reapplying and keep snapping it and reactivating it throughout the day. We find this to be super helpful, especially in the summers where it can get incredibly hot in Florida. The humidity is no joke, if you're not familiar. It will make it feel sweltering. Any sweating that you do will not help. So these can be incredibly helpful to help cool down, because it's going to be going, as you put it around your neck, onto your carotid artery, which is going to help bring down your body temperature. So highly recommend these. Great purchase. We reuse and bring those with us every time that we go to the parks. Also,
now that's what I call high quality H2O.
Stay hydrated. Incredibly helpful. You do not want to get heat stroke of any kind, which you can do in this state. We also bring, again, environmentally friendly, but also incredibly useful to us. You may have seen this in our various videos that we have done, because we've done several festivals, and that's our next video too, is we're going to be at the Festival of the Arts. Utensils, plastic utensils. Comes with fork, chopsticks, spoon, knife, everything that you're really going to need. So you don't have to bother with trying to pick up utensils, which can be a challenge during the festival times. Those festivals can get really slammed. We're going on a weekend day this year for the Festival of the Arts. So we're going to see some crowds that we've been trying to avoid by going in the middle of the week previously, but those crowds are probably going to be there. So trying to pick up utensils can be a challenge. It is more environmentally friendly to just keep reusing your own. So we just bring those with us. And this has some other things that, you know, they might have run out of and have not refilled, or might not even have available to you at all at the stand where you're buying something. They're not always going to have a fork. They're not always going to have a spoon. If you bring your own utensils, you're going to have all the things that you need. Really helpful when you want chopsticks, because I haven't seen them offer any plastic chopsticks at all. Also helpful at those festivals is a tray. We purchased this one year. Let's see on the back what year. No, of course not. We did purchase this one year for one of the festivals we went to. So occasionally they do have some of these. Or you can just bring in like whatever kind of tray that you can. We purchased this one because one, we think it's a really cute design. You can bring in whatever tray you want. We purchased this one because this one does fit within the bag. So we do find that very convenient. And when you're trying to carry several different things, including drinks, as you go through the parks and pick up things from the booths, this is very much more helpful, trying to carry a few things at once rather than, you know, trying to stack carrying you know, your different plates and the cardboard containers for your beer flights and whatnot. We also have in our bag ponchos, which we've rolled up, keeping them closed with an armband. Reusable ponchos. You can always try, test your luck, see, maybe I might be able to buy me a poncho when I go to the parks. They certainly have them. I don't always find them when I'm looking for them. Sometimes you forget an umbrella. Especially if you've just got a large non-collapsible umbrella. It's going to be a pain to bring with you throughout the park, try to bring on rides, etc., etc. But if you get your own reusable poncho, especially if you're going to go to the parks many times, in Florida, it can rain any day. Usually really hard for maybe 15 minutes. But as you might have noticed in our last video, sometimes it rains really hard all day long. Not as often. Usually when we need to pull these out and put them on, We put them on for maybe 15 minutes. Rain stops. Doesn't rain again for the rest of the day. A lot of people will clear out of the parks. That's fine. If you didn't want to be there that bad anyway, that's free. You're free to go and make more space for the rest of us who are hanging out. Or bring your own poncho. Super helpful. Reusable ones are great. We got some that had some little slits in the side so they can still breathe and not quite get as hot. Look around, shop around, grab some. You're gonna want some kind of poncho, umbrella, something just to have on you, because it can rain at any time in Florida in the spring, the summer, and the fall. With the winter, it's a little bit more predictable. Check your weather apps. It'll tell you if it's probably going to rain, and it probably won't rain otherwise during the winter time, but it will still rain in Florida. And then we also bring with us, although I usually leave them in the car after we apply it, and then regret it later that I didn't bring something to reapply. Suntan lotion. Have spray, have a sunscreen that I got from Face, some other sunscreen. Should we run out of the spray, which we're okay right now. But trying to be prepared. You can put whatever you want in your bag. You don't even have to bring a bag. I didn't used to when I was a kid. And then sometimes I would just be wet all day because I didn't have a poncho. Or it would be harder to find utensils to eat with. Or I would get incredibly hot and I would just have to swelter and sweat all day, which I'm sure was great when we left at the end of the day because I'm sure I smelled terribly. But staying hydrated in many different ways is really helpful. Having power banks, especially in the modern age in which we use our phones for everything under the sun. Cooling towels don't take up a lot of space. You can even put those in your pockets if you really wanted to avoid taking a bag. We like to be prepared for a number of different things. Sometimes we bring hats too, for our sunglasses. It's nice to be able to not have to load up your pockets or have to leave something behind. And having a backpack helps with that. Sure, it does add 5-10 pounds to your back when you're doing a lot of walking throughout the day. And when it's hot too already, having that on your back as well, it can be a little burdensome and uncomfortable at times. But I do find in the long run, I'd rather have these things with me and suffer a little bit more than I already would be. I mean, Ann and I are not young anymore anyway, so anything that we do is gonna leave us a little sore at the end of the day anyway. Everyone is usually a little sore at the end of the day, but especially when you get into your 40s and your 50s, you're gonna feel it. You're gonna feel it when you're just going to and coming from work. So certainly if you're gonna be walking 10 miles throughout your day at the parks, what's a backpack gonna add to that? Not that much, in my opinion. It's a little bit more unpleasant, but I'm already gonna be sore anyway, so I don't find it to be that too big of a deal. So that's what's in the bag. So if you ever see anybody with a bag, they may have different things of their own. People have diapers and whatnot. People have snacks. People have maybe packed peanut butter and jelly sandwiches because, yeah, park food can be expensive. So whatever you want to do to save yourself a few bucks to help you enjoy the park in your own way, or bring things with you to help you enjoy the park in your own way, do what makes you happy. I recommend the bags. You don't have to have them. You can put whatever you want in them so long as it adheres to park policies, always make sure to check that on their websites, in their apps. They'll have rules and regulations on what you can and cannot do, what you can and cannot bring into the parks. Follow the rules. As long as you do that, you can bring in a number of things with you to help make your day easier and not add additional expenses to your day by having that preparation with you. So that's what we have to offer for you this week. Look out for our next video. We're going to be in the Festival of the Arts. We also have our own jobs that we do. That's why we haven't been able to make a video in a while. We've had a number of things where our extra spending money has gone into different expenses that we've had, having to take care of the cars that we've been putting off. The holidays obviously have their own costs as well. Try to do all that thing with and for family. And we're finally going to get back into the swing of things here, I think. It's been a rough 2025. Difficult time to start a channel, I suppose. Difficult time to exist in this country right now. Whether you are a citizen or coming from abroad. But hopefully we'll see some things improve in 2026 for us as a channel, for us as people, for all of you, whether you be citizens, non-citizens, whatever. When it comes to theme parks, we're all just looking to have a good time, right? So hopefully we'll all have a great time in 2026, and we'll see you out there. If there's any other suggestions that you have for the park bags, any questions you have about them, hey, leave a comment, shoot us an email, let us know. We'll be happy to share with you whatever we can. All right, see you next time.